right, we have our last presenters before our beer break. They are mother and daughter, biologist and physicist, respectively. We'll look at them, and there's no doubt that genetics works quite well. They're also living proof that women can do science. And recently, this is very excited, Joanna was nominated for a Shorty Award, which is a huge deal. So that's awesome. So please welcome to the stage Joanna and Amanda Manaster.
Hello, I'm Joanna Manaster, a biology lecturer at the University of Illinois, Science Goddess on Twitter, and this is my fourth Pachakacha. This time, I'm thrilled to be joined on stage by my daughter.
Hi, I'm Amanda Manaster, a senior in physics with the College of Engineering at the University of Illinois.
Well, some think that certain sciences are harder than others.
But physics is the hardest one.
Not true, young lady. But in all seriousness, anyone can excel at any subject if they put their mind to it.
If that's the case, then why are there so few women in science? Do women really see STEM as a four-letter word?
What stops girls from choosing STEM careers? Maybe it's the lack of pink science equipment and sparkly science kits.
A pink telescope would have matched my dress-up clothes perfectly when I was a kid, but you never got any pink science toys for me, Mom.
Well, I never had any either.
Well, I guess that's not the problem then. STEM usually stands for science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. But for girls and women, sometimes it represents several roadblocks to those fields.
In this presentation, we discuss some alternate STEM acronyms preventing girls and women from choosing these careers and finding success in science and technology. She thinks exceptional minds.
The belief that only smart people do science or math is an insidious deterrent for many people.
When I tell people I do science, they often say, "You must be so smart."
If I had $1 for every time that happened to me, I wouldn't have had to take out loans for college.
We all would have liked that.
Stereotype threats erase motivation.
When a group believes a prevailing idea, for instance, girls are bad at math, they may perform to those expectations, struggling with the topic and getting poor grades.
This prevents them from pursuing challenges and, in their minds, limits their career options. Society tells her it's extremely male.
Girls don't do science is a lie. They do, though they are unevenly distributed across specialties. Biology attracts women, while computer science and electrical engineering sees fewer women pursuing degrees.
In some of my upper-level physics classes, it's only 10% female.
Stemming tide of elderly men.
Ask a child to draw a scientist, and they likely draw an old man with crazy white hair. STEM has a persistent image problem, where girls don't see themselves reflected in that image.
Representation in movies, media, and even textbooks influence what we think a scientist looks like.
Stylish, trend-setting elegance missing.
Science's style is professional and modest. Laboratory and fieldwork necessitate practical dress such as closed-toe shoes and minimal jewelry.
Additionally, women believe they may not be taken seriously if they express their femininity or uniqueness, and this may deter girls who want to express themselves via fashion.
Solo toil extensively mandated.
Scientists and engineers are misperceived as working alone for extended periods in a lab. How could one find a significant other or have a social life if that's the case?
Science and engineering are actually collaborative endeavors, and proof of this is the growing number of authors per scientific paper. Seeming trendy eclipses mastery.
Girls who reveal to their peers that they're actually quite talented in science and math think they're committing social suicide, so they'll pretend to be less intelligent in order to fit in.
Just think of the movie Mean Girls, where a smart girl plays dumb because she hopes that's how she will get the guy.
You can't join mathletes, that's social suicide. So how do we change young women's perceptions that science, technology, engineering, and mathematics aren't just for smart guys?
These previously mentioned misperceptions are best countered by exposing young girls to successful and productive women in STEM fields.
I know that this is something that has helped me greatly along my way.
What keeps women from staying in STEM careers? A leaky pipeline represents the problem.
Women may be 50% or more of undergrads in certain fields of science, but as grad school approaches, the percentage drops.
Numbers of women with PhDs working in academia drop, and women are much less likely than men to hold careers in academia.
The following acronyms explore the reasons why. Sexism tempers enthusiasm markedly.
Needless to say, it's disappointing to be valued for your body when you came to science and engineering to be valued for your mind.
It's frustrating to be treated as less than when you're perfectly capable of performing as well, if not better, than male scientists and engineers.
Suppressed tenure, earnings, and mobility.
Both men and women are guilty of gender bias in STEM fields. Women receive fewer invitations and opportunities to speak at professional meetings.
Research paper first authorship and acceptance, pay scales, and promotion to tenure favor males over females.
Scarcity of true encouragement and mentorship.
With the lack of women in higher positions, there are fewer female mentors to support and guide younger women.
When young women are able to find and keep a mentor or role model in their fields of study, there's high job satisfaction, which leads to higher retention rates.
Shortens time to experience motherhood.
Balancing work and life is tricky in STEM fields because taking time to tend to your family may be seen as a lack of commitment to your career choice, leading to lost opportunities.
Personally, I didn't complete my PhD because as I looked at my career ahead of me, I wondered when I could practically raise the large family I wanted.
So, given these complicated issues, you might be wondering how we retain women in STEM fields.
STEM workplace atmosphere and policies need to be more welcoming and supportive of women.
Additionally, young women in STEM need to be made aware of women-led organizations that are available to support them as they proceed on their career track.
Now for some good news.
All of these four-letter words can be overcome or minimized when a girl is confident, curious, disciplined, and loves learning.
Women can persevere and thrive in STEM fields.
Besides the two women you see standing before you, there are countless examples of women whose passion for science overcame these pitfalls.
This presentation was inspired by an article I wrote that tried to simplify the myriad of complexities of this issue. I'd like to thank Jag Bala for his wordsmith skills that helped me force these concepts into the STEM acronym.
We'd also like to thank Fayez Salmi for his slide design talent and Holly Renee of Shinova Fashions for lending us these amazing science-themed dresses.